But you're the expert on the lake. It looks like you didn't quite make the cut this time. What do you think these guys are going to have to do tomorrow to really put them away, catch that big bag to put them over the top?
I think most of the guys that are catching them shallow. I really think, based on what I'm seeing, I think there's more coming to them.
Just moving up with the spawn.
Moving up. I thought they were moving out, but they're moving in.
Right. Checking on the competition.
I was checking the leaderboard, yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing what guys have weighed.
You got to feel pretty good.
I feel great. It's a great feeling. It's nerve-wracking, but it's a great feeling for sure.
Yeah, one more day to go. You got a pretty substantial lead.
It's not huge.
For this lake, I guess it would not be huge, but
I'm looking at it right now. I don't know what Edwin has. He hasn't weighed in yet, I don't think. Dave Lefebvre, I think, is only about 2 pounds behind me.
Oh, okay.
It could go either way. I could catch 18, 19 pounds tomorrow and get beat. So, or a guy that's in third or fourth place could catch 25. The potential is out there for a high 20-pound bag. We could even see a guy come from fifth, sixth place and come back and win this thing. But I honestly think it's going to be in that 60, little over 60-pound mark. So I just feel like if I could go out and catch 20 pounds tomorrow, I have a good chance at winning the tournament.
Okay, and let's look at your day one. You had a great stringer, but you had a giant. Yeah. So you take that big fish out of there, and you look maybe at a 16, 17-pound bag. But today, when everybody's finding it more difficult, you actually did well again. You got a 20-pound bag with just good average of fish in it.
Yeah, it surprised me that the weights were that tough today. I figured that with less wind, guys could run around the lake and catch them better. So I'm surprised the weights dropped that much. The fishing has been tough. It has not been easy to catch them. So I'm just for the fact that the wind laid down, it surprised me that guys didn't catch them today.
Okay, are you doing the same thing as you did yesterday?
Yeah, for the most part, I'm doing the same thing.
Just adjusting for weather, still fishing the same areas type of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, and tomorrow, you're going to keep doing the same thing?
I'll do the same thing tomorrow, yeah.
Okay, so swing for the fence and make it or not.
I find the exact same fish, and I don't even...
I'll talk to you in a second. Thanks.
I take it Skeet was fishing with you, close to you, next to you?
Yeah, Skeet started in that area yesterday. He fished in there through today as well. I don't know how he did today, but
it was not well.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's tough. That's what's crazy.
So is that part of it? Is you really got to? Are you keying in on specific areas and specific fish that are spawning, or is it just a matter of luck? Being at the right place at the right time, kind of timing things out.
I think the fish are doing a little bit of everything. I think there's some pre-spawn. I think there's post-spawn. I think there's fish spawning. I think I'm just in an area where they're doing a little bit of everything, and I'm just kind of targeting those fish that are shallow. I told myself I wasn't going to fish deep this week. The way practice went, I figured it was going to be one deep. I just think that the potential is better out deep, but based on the way it's been going this week, it looks like shallow is going to be better.
Looks like it'll be the ticket. Okay, that'll work. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Okay, I missed what you weighed in today. You helped.
I had a 3 for 9.2 today.
9.2. So where's that leave you? You gonna make the cut?
Yeah, I think I'll be 10th or 11th or 12th going into tomorrow.
Yeah, you had a pretty good bag yesterday. So
yeah, good bag yesterday.
I think the wind hurt you today. Lack of it blowing. Yesterday it blew pretty hard. So did that play into it?
I think the high skies. Well, I think more than anything, the north wind and the high pressure killed me.
Killed you. Did you have a bunch of bites or just
no,
they just weren't there today, huh?
I had 3 I weighed in, and I caught maybe 2 short fish.
Yeah.
It was brutal today.
You fishing the same stuff you fished yesterday?
I fished some all the same stuff, and then a little bit of new stuff.
A little bit of new stuff. What about tomorrow? Where are you going?
Tomorrow I'll fish some of the stuff where I caught some of my fish yesterday, and then I'll open up and just run some good looking stuff.
The weather's supposed to change, be a little more stable. Things get some cloud cover back in here.
I just want the high pressure going.
We want it going. Okay. Well, that should happen. I guess that's about it. You had talked yesterday about fish. There was 2 parts to this lake. You had where there's docks and residential, and then natural. Can you elaborate on that a little bit yet, or you want to wait till tomorrow to talk about it?
No, I'm fishing on natural stuff, way up the river.
Staying away from the docks?
Yeah, staying away from the docks. And that's one, that's a confidence thing for me, to fish, natural stuff. And two, to get up there, it's...
Is it getting you away from the crowds, the anglers?
A little bit.
It's a little bit more fresh water?
Yeah, a little bit. But two, I think a lot of people stay away from that because it's rough. When the water's down, you can just see timber everywhere. So if you're not quite sure where to go, you can break some stuff up.
Tear some stuff. Well, being from Louisiana, I guess you're a little more comfortable running and things like that, huh?
Yeah, and I mean, it's the classic. Who cares if you break something? You do what you got to do to win.
That's right. Okay. Today you brought in 5. I heard you mention it was a little bit late before you got them going.
Yeah.
You think the high skies, post-front conditions kind of slowed things down this morning?
Yeah, I don't know what it was because yesterday I caught them late in the day too. It was the same exact timing. I didn't really have a fish, I don't think, till 10:30 yesterday. So, and I kind of counted on that too. I kind of counted on being in the zone, doing those things that I did today at that time. So I don't know really for sure if that was a timing issue or not. Or I do know this. I went and ran a lot of shad spawn stuff early this morning. I thought I would have got bid on, and I didn't catch any.
You just ain't there yet, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, I know some guys are probably catching them like that, and I mean, I spent the first two hours doing it, and the 2 hours after that I was doing other stuff like that. So
you're pretty comfortable in your afternoon bites that you're able to go do a couple things in the morning.
Yeah, if I don't have that, I don't have anything else. So,
right.
I mean,
well, I guess what I'm getting at is you're not rattled or anything in the mornings because you know that bite's coming in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So, and you're looking for that tomorrow too.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question. 4 fish on day 1. Still had a very impressive stringer, 20 pounds.
Yeah.
You think that 5th fish is going to haunt you?
If I go catch like 25 pounds tomorrow, it will. Yeah. Yeah, it would always help. I mean, I was just happy to have 20. I don't like to really think like that, but yeah, of course. I mean,
okay.
Of course I wanted another one. I had an offshore spot that I started on that they were really on in practice. And if that would have worked out, I would have had 23, 24 for sure. But it is what it is.
Okay.
You're
sitting second place right now. We'll see how it finishes out. Would you rather be a couple pounds back in striking distance or up front?
Better way to be. Yeah. It's just easier that way. You got less spectators on you, less pressure. It's easier to come from behind, for sure.
All right, thank you. All right, Mike. It's getting late in the day, and you got an empty live well. How do you keep your head? How do you keep your head straight? Keep going through that.
That's tough, man. Especially because it's the classic. It's
right.
You look at your watch. It's day 2. You had a great first day, and you've got nothing in there. The live wells aren't running. The live wells aren't filled. I mean, that's a bad feeling. But for me, it was always a plan until it just totally craps out. You feel like there's no hope. Then run to B. And that's what I encountered about 11 o'clock. I just got to the point where I needed to change. And, I have enough confidence in that pattern that I go up and get 5 bites. And I ended up getting 6 bites up there in about 2 hours. So it was a good save for me today.
So tomorrow, is A back in the game?
A's back in the game. A lot of it, honestly, as we're sitting here doing this interview, I'm watching that screen, because a lot of my decision tomorrow will be based off of how far back I am. The further back I am, the more that I'm going to take a chance and fish deep all day. The closer to that lead I am, the more I'll keep option B open. So, just to give you an idea of numbers, if I'm 6 or 7 pounds back, I got to gamble tomorrow and stay down most of the day.
That's just one fish on this lake, though.
That's what I'm saying. And if it's more like 3 or 4 pounds back, then I will be more open-minded to fish up the river a lot longer. So in my mind, the 28, 30-pound bag is still down lake somewhere. And that's where I'm fishing at deep water pattern.
Okay, tomorrow the weather's going to be a little more stable. You guys had big winds on the first day, clear skies today. Tomorrow things are settling back out.
I like it.
Like it?
I like it. I like it. It's going to be a warm night. The pressure's going to stabilize. The wind's going to turn back from the south, which I like for that deep water pattern. So on paper, everything's lining up that it could play tomorrow. Here's the other thing. it's rare that those fish off the bank go 2 days without biting. Very rare.
Good point.
If they didn't bite today, they're going to be hungry tomorrow, and I hope that's the case.
Okay, we'll close it up. First, let's talk about the wind a little bit. Yesterday you had quite a bit of wind. Today you didn't have so much wind. You had more weight yesterday. Today was...
I just think more than anything the storm last night messed them up. I've always kind of heard and have seen it in the past before that when lightning and everything goes during the night, it just kind of messes up their feeding periods the next day.
Right.
So
changes when you were... So you had a timing game plan? I'm going to hit this spot and then this spot and this spot?
No, I just think that no matter where you went at what time, they just really weren't biting well today.
Oh, okay.
Because of the storm last night. So
it was pretty violent.
Yeah, I mean, it was. They don't like that stuff when they're shallow. But
did that affect the water? Runoffs caused
there's a little bit of dirtier water, but it didn't really affect anything. I just think, it was a post-front day. Obviously, that front moved through yesterday. Bluebird skies, north wind instead of south. Just everything that would make it a tougher day of fishing. So I knew it would be. I didn't know it would be this tough. But.
What kind of adjustments did you make going into it?
I went up to where I flipped them in the bushes yesterday. But after not getting a bite for several hours, I knew that I needed to change up. And sun's out. If I was a fish, I'd want to be under some shade, and so I just started fishing docks and got on one stretch of docks. I caught a 5 and a 4 and a 2.5. So gonna spend some more time there tomorrow.
Right. That brings up a good question. On Ultimate Bass, it's a website we run, and we have a forum, very large forum. A lot of questions come up about how long do you stay with a pattern.
Right.
Now, you said you stayed with it for a couple of hours. Is that because
Till about 10 or 11.
You had confidence in that. Say you're pre-fishing. Would you have stuck with it that long in a pre-fish, or would you want to looking for a different way to catch them?
Just depends, but you can't always judge. Like pre-fishing, you might be doing the right thing and just be in the wrong areas. You still are trying to learn the lake and what areas are setting up for what you're wanting to do. So totally different than the tournament, I would say.
Okay.
As far as that goes, you have to make quicker adjustments in the tournament, but you also know the lay of the land pretty good. You've been running around it for every day in practice and all that. So, you know where there's similar stuff to go fish that you're looking for.
Okay. 31 pounds. I think that's going to be well into the cut.
It'll be well into the cut. Top, probably top 10.
Okay, what do you need to do tomorrow?
You got to catch 25 pounds. But after what I saw with going down that stretch of docks one time and catching those fish, I'm excited to get back out there after as tough of a day as it was. It at least has me excited to get back out there.
Good deal.
So.